Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about food processor, which is the object that we selected for our manufacturing processes project. This object is similar to a blender. Its main function is to cut, grind, peel, slice, chop variety of food ingredients. It was made in 1950 by Kenneth Wood. The three main materials that are used for this processing manufacturing is metal, which is used for blade, glass for main body, and plastic for top and base covers. Manufacturers get the metal in the forms of sheet. After it's done, like all the quality control checks from Department of Quality Control, we pass it forward for the forging and rolling processes. And then afterwards, for plastics, we use HDPE. HDPE is high density polyethylene, which is more and then the more appropriate forming technique used for this is injection molding. Plastic pellets are injected into the machine using hopper, and then they are heated until they melt. High pressure forces are used to force these melted pellets, into the box called die. That gives its particular shape. Afterwards, we use glass, uh, which is used which is made using the technique called extrusion. And then after this we'll be focusing upon the material selection. So for material selection, number one, we'll focus upon body, and then body is made by plastic called polycarbonate. Polycarbonate, it is used because of its high strength and low deformation under load. Borosilicate glass is used because of its thermal shock resistance and high light absorption. And then lastly, we use body cover, which is also propylene. Propylene because it's cheap and it has good fatigue resistance. Lower cover is created with the help of LDPE, which is low density polyethylene, because of its excellent resistance to acids and bases. And then blades at the end are created using stainless steel because of its resistance to corrosion. Thank you.
For the type of manufacturing system, the production used to manufacture a food processor is using mass production, which is 10,000 units to 1 million units per year. The mass production is ideal for this product because of high market demands or values. It is manufacturing or distribution of large quantities of standardized products using interchangeable parts and machinery. The specification for mass production of single product on market large enough to justify a large investment. For the quantity, since a food processor is produced by a mass production, the rate of production will be very high. The estimation at least 10 products were produced every 1 hour. So, this means that a year can produce at least 86,400 products annually. For the cost estimation, the average price for good food processor range from 100 to 300 ringgit, depending on value of capacity or features that offered.
Next, we proceed to the material selection. For body container, there are three materials that is used to form the body container. The first one is polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is considered to be most high performance polymer types with high strength. It can increases tensile strength, stiffness, and compressive strength. The second one is polyether sulfone. It is known at high temperature for its strength and stability. And the last one is borosilicate glass, often known as Duran. The next part is lower cover. The main material that is used is plastic. So plastic basically is one of the plastic substance and petroleum. And the second material that is used is polypropylene, which is also known as a thermoplastic polymer. Next one is polypropylene, also known as a thermoplastic polymer. The ability to bend without cracking plastically and elastically make it durable. And then we proceed to the upper cover. It uses acrylonitrile butadiene styrene with the short form of ABS. It have excellent impact resistance and have a good strength and stiffness. And then it uses the polyvinyl chloride, PVC. It is commonly used in piping industries because of its high resistance and does not corrode. And the last part is blade. There are actually 4 components to be discussed in the function of the product, which is the first is body container. So the main purpose of the body container on the food processor is to hold the product's main structure, which is containing all the pieces of the item, such as the blade, the upper cover and the lower cover. So it is used to fill the type of the food that needs pulverization. And then the second one is the lower cover. The lower cover is made up of 2 parts, the top and the bottom parts. So the lower cover serves as a shield or upper cover defense. The lower cover is very important because it protects the food processor's operating structure from being fully exposed to the spinning blade. And then the third one is the upper cover. The upper cover, the function is to prevent materials from being thrown away from the main body and weighing down the body. That part is very critical because it carries the whole body as well. In order to prevent unwanted sources or dust from entering the main chamber, the lower cover is very important. The upper cover must have strong strength and fatigue resistance because it always be lowered from a high position. It also vital not to choose materials that are environmentally harmful, as the substance can potentially combust or harm the environment. The last component which is to be discussed is blade. The blades